I shouldn't even be recording this video right now, but CompTIA, in their infinite wisdom, released some news today that was just too good to pass up. And if you've followed this channel for any amount of time, you know that I have said really great things about CompTIA, and I have said really bad things about CompTIA. And with this latest news, it's not so great, to be honest with you. If you are unaware, just today they announced that they are doing the CompTIA Xpert series, which is very interesting. Very interesting to see coming from a vendor neutral certification company that has always been focused on more so entry level certifications. And again, vendor neutral. Those are very specific and very important to remember when it comes to CompTIA. Because when you look at the CompTIA A+, the Network Plus, Security Plus, those are their most widely known certifications. I mean, they are worldwide known for those certs, and they are very much entry level. Those certifications help validate that you have some level of knowledge within those areas, within like networking, some basic fundamental knowledge of networking, which is really good. Security, that's also really good. The A+, that covers, like basic hardware and software and troubleshooting and some random stuff, but they're all really great certifications to learn the fundamentals of IT. And they've done a good job of that for many, many years, for the most part. With this new line of expert level certifications, I want to just read this part right here, because this is the most important, and this is what caught me. And this is why we're doing this video, because it says the CompTIA Xpert Series certifications are intended for IT professionals with multiple years of work experience who are interested in validating their expert level knowledge of business critical technologies. This series will begin with certifications, data, cloud, networking, and cybersecurity. These certifications are intended for IT professionals with multiple years of work experience who are interested in validating their expert level knowledge. Like, if that's not the most ultimate grift that I've seen come from CompTIA, I don't know what is. Do you know how to validate your expert level of knowledge and to validate your multiple years of work experience? Your resume, your multiple years of work experience showing these are the things that I've done and these are the tasks that I've completed, and etc. and etc. Why do you need a certification to help validate that? Furthermore, why is a company like CompTIA coming out with something to help validate your expert level knowledge across the board, vendor neutral, when you are at a point in your career where you have multiple years of work experience? You are going to be taking on certifications that are going to help you along your journey, right? So it's great that they have data and cloud, networking, cybersecurity, but when you are multiple years into your IT career, you're looking at, your CCNA, CCIE, you're looking at OSCP, your PMPT, your EJPT for security. You're looking at your AWS, data certs, there's so many other certifications that are going to focus specifically on areas that will greatly benefit you, rather than trying to validate across the board your expertise, which your resume and your work experience already do, right? If you scroll down on here, if you go to the CompTIA Security X, which is a great name, by the way, I wonder where they got that from, or whatever. We won't go down that rabbit hole. Anyway, their Security X is their Advanced Security Practitioner rebranded into Security X. So it says right here, validate job tasks performed by security professional with 10 years of IT experience and 5 years of security experience. What? Do you know what this sounds like to me? To me, this sounds like something called the Certified Information Systems Security Professional, or more commonly known as the CISSP, which is one of the gold standard certifications for anybody who has 10 years of IT experience and 5 years of security experience. What? What are they doing? So, needless to say, I'm completely mind blown by this. And again, I shouldn't be recording this right now. Just coming back from DEF CON, have the con illness, feel like garbage. But this was just too like, what the fuck are you doing, CompTIA, to pass up doing a video about? Because I don't understand how a company like them, like who has focused so long on entry level and validating some of those skills in whatever way that they can, like how they jumped and leaped over to this. And this just kills me. Like this whole thing just kills me. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Am I reading this wrong? Am I understanding this wrong? I want you to leave like comments below and tell me like, Zach, like you read this wrong. Like you're being just, you're being ridiculous about this. And maybe I am, but like the CISSP plus or whatever it is right now, the Security X new thing, that's $492 exam. Okay. Like, I'm not like, who's going to pay for that from CompTIA? No. Like when you are going through your IT career, like you're advancing your certifications, right? You're taking those next steps up. You're not going to go backwards to, and then copy like the CISSP. Oh, what? I mean, I don't know. Is it a copy? I'm not like, this is honest opinion feedback. I'm not saying that it is. Sure, CompTIA will yell at me or whatever, who cares? The point of this is, I thought this was interesting. This is brand new coming out of CompTIA, but like they have a data plus certification. Well, like again, if you're multiple years in your career, you're trying to validate your skills, like your resume is already going to do that. But if you're going down a data route, like, there's like an AWS data cert, and having like an Amazon cert is much more valuable than CompTIA, right? And then when it comes to networking, right? Like Network Plus is a great certification to help you understand the fundamentals of networking, but it is more expensive than the CCNA certification, which is, well, honestly, just a better certification as far as marketability goes and as far as teaching you, more of like what you would see in the real world, because like Cisco's everywhere, right? But I would always encourage somebody to go take the, or go and study for the Network Plus, but don't like purchase that because you could get the CCNA for cheaper and you'd just be well on your path, like learning the Network Plus material, go into your CCNA. Anyway, going down a completely different rabbit hole at this point, but like, I'm just confused. I'm confused. I am. I'm genuinely and utterly just like, what are you doing? Like the marketing on this is absolutely terrible, and I could be reading it wrong, but like I keep like pointing back to this. It's on my screen, but just like, why? As vendor, you're vendor neutral. Like, no, your resume is, you're like, after you like get your like vendor neutral entry level stuff, like your resume is like your vendor neutral validation of what you've done in IT. Like, I don't like it. I mean, clearly, right? My honest opinion and feedback, and I would love for somebody to share their honest opinion and feedback. But when you're a security professional, it's a natural progression from the job roles aligned to Security Plus? The CISSP. Like, that's a natural progression. That's a good one. Just saying. Sounds like the same thing. Great marketing, by the way. You guys did phenomenal. It's ridiculous. Anyway, that's all I wanted to share in today's video, because it was just too good to pass up. Because, I've advocated for CompTIA for a very long time. I share my honest, genuine feedback all the time. And I can like CompTIA and disagree with the things that they do at the same time. And I think that's important to also mention in this video, even if it's towards the end, because so many people love to give me shit about saying like, oh, you talk like great things about CompTIA and then you say like bad things about CompTIA and blah, 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 blah. And like, hey, I'm an adult. I have an opinion and I am mature enough to say, hey, you do something really well, but you also do things that are just mind-boggling stupid. And that's okay. Like, I'm still going to tell people that CompTIA is a great place to go when you're trying to help, like, learn and understand the fundamentals of information technology. And as it stands right now, currently, they are the best way to validate those, skills and have like a certification behind it. Like that helps validate those things for you when you're trying to get into IT. But they're ridiculously expensive. And when you look at their training, it's even more ridiculously expensive. These were my thoughts. Whether you agree or not, I encourage you to share your thoughts down below as well. But, like I said, CompTIA does some things pretty all right. And they also do things that are pretty not all right. And that's just what it is. Here's my honest, genuine feedback. I hope they change their tune and their marketing on this. That's all I got for y'all today. As always, take it easy.